Hey guys, how's it going? Falk here. Today I bring you a video that explains how I did the first heroic boss of Blackrock Mountain, the new adventure. And hopefully this will help you out in some way. If for some reason you think I didn't cover some aspect that you would like to know about the deck or about the gameplay overall, make sure to leave a comment. I'll try and respond to them as fast as possible. So yeah, without further ado, let's start by explaining the concept on how the deck was made. So firstly and mostly, let's start with the spells. Like, the creatures is pretty basic. I think everyone figured out that you need big creatures in your deck. That's just how it is to beat the Grim Guzzler. So yeah, let's talk about the spells. Mirror Image, pretty good spell. I would say this card is gonna save you at least 10 damage just by just simply playing with one mana crystal. So you're wasting one mana crystal and one card to save you up for 10 health. That's immensely good because Grim Guzzler doesn't have a way to deal with the 0-2 taunts besides attacking them. So yeah, you're pretty much getting a super healing touch for 1 mana. That's incredible. That's just incredible, and this card should be played always. Arcane Explosion. This card is a little bit more complex than you think. Like, you would think, why would I play Arcane Explosion when it just has this enormous creatures, right? And the reason being is that it plays with Grim Patron, and what Grim Patron says, I'll put it up here. What Grim Patron says, sorry about that. Alright. Oops. Come on. Alright. Whenever this minion survives damage, summon another Grim Patron. So the concept behind the Arcane Explosion is simply to put as many Grim Patrons on the enemy's board as fast as possible to completely lock him down from getting bigger minions, right? And once his board is full, then we'll combo it up with a possible Frost Nova where it will lock him down completely. He can't do anything besides a possible Brawl, and that's normally how you should win. Like, the core of the deck is just to completely lock the Grim Guzzler down as fast as possible while you have these big creatures hitting his face, right? It's a pretty easy concept. Like, Arcane Intellect is pretty self-explanatory. Just dig through for your Frost Novas, and here's the key part of the deck, right? All you need to do is to have at least one Frost Nova in the starting hand. Like, keep trying to mulligan and start the game over until you actually have a Frost Nova in your hand. Once you have the Frost Nova in your hand, you're ready to go. Preferably try to have a mirror image as well, but I do admit that's probably boring to try and get. But yeah, mirror image is just too good to pass on as well, so I would advise you to try and mulligan for mirror images and Frost Novas. This is just so that you can build up your board fast for a good like, you can lock the Grim Guzzler for long enough to actually let yourself build a big enough board to kill him, right? You just want to try and hit his face as hard as possible with your biggest minions. So that's pretty much it for the deck tech. I'm not gonna get too much in depth into it because it's pretty much self-explanatory. The only thing that you would probably want to switch, and I use Ogre Magi instead of Senjin Shield Master, the Taz Dingo, simply because this guy gives me +1 spell damage, and this +1 spell damage could mean the difference because you do play with fireballs and frostbolts, right? These are here simply because you want to have this finisher for him, right? Because the Grim Guzzler will eventually play Brawl, and your minions will all die. That's when your direct damage gets in. Hopefully you already did enough damage that your spells will finish him off. That's pretty much the reason behind the Ogre Magi. Now, if you're having trouble, and you need to survive longer, then I would advise to change this for a Taz Dingo. That's pretty much it for the deck tech, and now we're gonna get into the gameplay, and I'll try and talk you through it, and hopefully that helps you. Alright guys, now for the actual gameplay. Here we go. Here we're gonna just try and get the Arcane the Mirror Image and the Frost Nova. Also, I'm gonna keep the Arcane Explosion simply because it is so good against his 1-1 taunts. He has a spell that puts 4 1-1 taunts, if I'm not mistaken, and Arcane Explosion just instantly gets through that. So that's why we kept it there. And as you can see, we had the Frost Nova, so there's actually a really good chance already that we win this game. We just need to get a little bit lucky. So here you see that I got the best minion that I could have gotten out of the pylon. And on this turn, I'm already doing 10 damage to Grim Guzzler's face. That's pretty damn good. Now on this next pylon, I'm gonna get the Stormwind champion, and he's gonna trade off, and he's gonna execute my Core Hound as well. So I'm actually back to the start, and here I'm gonna try and fish for more cards, simply because Frost Nova at 3/3 and 4/8 is not good enough, not good enough at all. So you see here in my hand, I already have 2 Frost Novas and a Mirror Image. This is where you know that you already have a good chance at winning the game, simply because you can lock him down so much. So thinking of this turn, I could have Water Elemental, which wouldn't do much. You just get a 3/6 on the board, and that won't impact the game too much. You could also Ogre Maggie, which wouldn't do a whole lot either, or you could just Arcane Explosion to get another Grim Patron on his side, but that doesn't make any sense, right? So the best option here is for sure the Mirror Image into the Frost Nova to completely lock down the Grim Guzzler. And that's what you're gonna see us doing in this clip. It's actually really good that you try and figure out every possible play that you could do before doing it, and figuring out which one will most likely help you to win the game. That's what we did there, and we actually got him locked down pretty good there. So here we get a 7/7, which is pretty damn good as well. A lot of damage to his face. It's gonna still get locked down. I'm just gonna Arcane Explosion and Frost Nova here. I'm gonna Arcane Explosion simply because I want to fill up his board, and then Frost Nova so he cannot get any other minions. It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. And that's where I got another whole lot of damage on his board. Here you see him doing another pylon, and he's gonna brawl now, and I'm back to the start, but this time he's already at 10 health, right? We know we have fireballs and frostbolts in the deck, so we're not in a bad spot at all. We're not in a bad spot at all. Even though he has a minion and we don't, it's totally fine. Now we have mana to actually play our minions as well, so I can just play the Ogre. I'm so healthy that I can just play big minions without any problem, even if it's not a taunt. Here on the pylon he gets Mogar the Ogre, and that's pretty bad because that means I cannot finish him this turn. But I end up I try to finish, and Mogar actually procs twice on my minions and ends up killing his best minions, so I'm not too worried about that one. He's still at 10 health, I have good minions on the board, and he has drugs are in play, so he's gonna probably fuck him up on attacking as well. So yeah, you see I have 6 damage on the table. I could ping for another extra damage, but that won't do much because my Frostbolt is 3 damage. Like, it doesn't do 1 damage at this point, won't do a whole lot of difference. I need to get as many minions on the board as possible. And since I'm so healthy, I don't need to drop the taunt. So I'm just gonna drop all the minions I can here and hit his face. Now I'm kinda relying that I draw into a top deck, which would be a Frostbolt or a Fireball. But as you can see here, we already won the game because we have the 6/7 on the board. But yeah, we draw into the Frostball as well, and we finish the game. Alright guys, that was it for the first guide of the first heroic boss from Blackrock Mountain. If you're actually curious about the second and the third guide, I will release them really soon, so make sure to drop a subscribe to get notified when those guys come out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. I really need to fucking wake up. 3, 2, 1, and fucking airplanes. Wait a second. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and action. Now, hey guys, how's it going? Falk here. Today I'm gonna bring you a video that will explain and hopefully will help you in beating fucking bleeding. What the fuck is bleeding? Hey guys, how's it going? Falk here. Today I'm gonna bring you a guide and in hopefully helping you how to beat fucking, I don't know how, what am I saying?